Supposing you were invited to a discussion of the priesthood. Well, two things would happen immediately. First, you'd have expectations. What's it going to be about? A framework within which you then put whatever you think the priesthood is about. Secondly, you have to start somewhere. All thinking, all talking starts. And where you start obviously affects what comes after. Expectations, starting point. Well, supposing then you were invited to this discussion on the priesthood. It's obviously going to be vital to have a proper framework to start at the right place. One mistaken framework, starting point, would be to start thinking about priests in the sense of the parish priest or priests for the X, for the Y. That's not a neutral framework. It's not a good one either. And it's not a good starting point. The starting point, of course, must be today's feast. Christ, the high priest, the true, complete priest. There can be no other framework for discussing the priesthood, no other starting point as essential and as good as Jesus Christ, who is, not was, is the eternal high priest, who completes all that went before in terms of priesthood, uniquely, irreplaceably. And he also, of course, is the complete sacrifice. He offers himself as priest of a perfect, complete sacrifice. Then, having established the framework, the starting point, what comes next? This too can be got wrong. What comes next is not the word priest, the reality of priest, as we might instinctively think, Father X, Father Y. There are two ways of participating in Christ's unique priesthood. Two ways. To have only one is already to be lopsided. The two ways of sharing, participating in the one unique, complete priesthood of Christ is by being baptized, confirmed as a Christian. That's the common priesthood, common to all the baptized, a priestly people, sharing in their own way the priestly office of Christ. The other way of participating in the one unique priesthood of Christ is by being ordained as presbyter or as bishop. Those are the two ways of sacramentally sharing in Christ's priesthood. It is a sacrament. It goes so deep in the person, ordained to the ministerial priesthood, that we speak of it as being ontological. We speak of it as imparting a character on the soul. All ways of talking of how this is a distinct, real, genuine sacrament, separate from baptism, although, of course, everything is connected. Today's feast, then, which in terms of liturgy for the whole church is very recent, is not only a cause of celebration of what we believe about Christ, but also celebration of what we believe about ourselves. It matters very much what framework we have. It matters very much what we say first. And Christ is a framework. Christ comes first when the priesthood is involved.